So, welcome everybody, both those of you who are able to join live and those of you who will be watching and participating through the replays of our Lioness of Light Oracle Within journey. And wow, this is our second one, our second session of the 17 oracles, imprints of spirit that make up the 52, but the 17 key archetypes that we're going to be exploring through this journey of connecting deep within, spirit embodied in matter, this journey that we are all sharing in particular intensity at this time as we move through this later phase of 2020 and the enormity and extraordinary nature of that which it is. So today we are exploring and moving into deeper connection, awareness of the sun and the all that the sun is. Both on a living level for us, part of nature, our human journey, our individual journey, our personal soul spirit journey, and the sun and all that that is in relation to the galactic sun, the cosmic universe that we are part of, and that at this moment in time, which we will be journeying through for some time, the extra intensity of light that we are experiencing, and that is quickening everything from our cells to every other aspect of our consciousness. So we begin today with the portal, you might say, of the painting, the sun, one within. And I will share a little of a personal note in relation to that painting, and each of the imprints of spirit, of course, always come through for me, my own personal lived experience, whether that's through an experience I've had in daily life or the dreaming, however it has come to me. That's my Coco again, my puppy. Yes, scratching a nest, yes, in front of the heater. So I had my first experience of the sun as a female energy, as a divine, feminine, sacred light a number of years ago, obviously before painting the painting. And I, like many of us, had always regarded the sun as a purely masculine energy because in many cultures the sun is given as a masculine energy. And of course, ultimately, the sun and every aspect of our universe and indeed of ourselves is both the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine as energies, sovereignty and union. However, different cultures, different time periods, different evolutions bring forth different aspects of this polarity of oneness, masculine, feminine, light, dark, moist, dry, these different energetics. So it was after a initiation gathering of women through a Wiradjuri elder and law woman and teacher, Min Maya, here, an Aboriginal woman who had guided us through a very deep initiation ceremony as women by the ocean. And I was sitting in silence after the experience, which had not been in any way focused on the sun. And I was sitting in the sun, on the sands, with the warmth around me and the ocean before me. And I spontaneously experienced the quality of energy and light and warmth of the sun as female, as this divine mother light that was deeply moving into my body, into every aspect of my being. And it came as a surprise. It came unbidden, and it was a deeply life-changing experience. And it birthed in me a different feeling, quality, and relationship with the sun. And of course, in traditional Aboriginal culture, as in many other cultures, including my maternal lineage of Latvia, the sun is considered female. She's regarded as a woman, goddess, and force. And here, one of her names in Australia is Yuri, and in Latvia, her name is Saule. And there are many cultural stories to do with this aspect and nature of the sun as female. And we have Sekhmet, the Sphinx, the ancient Egyptian lion aspects of the sun as female. Hathor, being the daughter of the sun god Ra, however, she is the eye of the sun. She's the sun behind the sun. She is the mother of the sun, the daughter of the sun, being masculine as Ra, and yet she is female also. So across the world, there are these extraordinary stories, ancient stories of the female and feminine aspect of the sun. And I'm sure you would know for yourselves in your different lineage and cultural backgrounds, or the cultures and mystical traditions you have been drawn to. You will have come across many aspects in the Celtic, the sun goddesses in her many emanations. So it's in honor of the sacred masculine aspects of the sun, and here now the sacred feminine, the female aspect of the sun, that is re-arising, reawakening at this time so profoundly. And there are many levels of this. And in fact, in this session, I somehow was compelled to uncover a little bit of information that many of you may already be well aware of, and that may be touching aspects of your life. And I will bring a little bit of that in this time, although predominantly we will move into our own inner oracle experience of the sun and that which she is, and or that he is for us. Another interesting little thing that was brought to my attention as a bit of information started to arise in relation to the photon belt that we are moving through, this cosmic shift that is very much about the sun and the qualities of the sun and the central sun and the galactic sun. An article I came across where there was shared in it, and it was a scientifically based article, a woman called Carol, I believe, who in this article shared a dream where Carl Sagan, I think that's the correct pronunciation of his name, actually came to her and shared with her a lot of information from being where he is now on the other side in the realm of light. And so, as many of you would be familiar, you know, an extraordinary being. And he spoke in the dream that the ancient name of the sun was, and I'll just find it here, Langa. And that the nature of the universe, and that in our distant past, the sun was worshipped as a female goddess known as Langa, which I looked up, and it happens to be a Xhosa word from the people of South Africa, the traditional, most ancient peoples. And apparently there's a town on the Western Cape in South Africa with this name, Langa. Now, those of you, and I know there are many women who are participating you beautiful lionesses from Africa and South Africa, so you will most likely know so much more than I do. I've just stumbled across this and I thought it was deeply fascinating, as Africa being the light of first time. So that was something that surfaced that I wanted to bring in. Then, of course, there's through Linda Tucker, so much to be received through all that she brings forth in her work. So I do encourage you to have a look at her website and also read her book, The Mystery of the White Lions. And of course, within that story and huge transmission of this time, it was birthed through a white lioness whose name is, although she has passed back into the star realms, Mara, mother of the sun. So another thing I offer. Then in relation to the photon belt and the solar flares that many of us are hearing a lot about. So I just thought I'd read a couple of things, and these are just to make offerings for you that may deepen, broaden, activate other aspects of your sense of relationship with the sun, and make more sense perhaps of things you're experiencing within yourself at this time. So we're moving through the photon belt field, which occurs for a period of 2,000 years as our sun and solar system rotates around Alcyone, which is the brightest star of the Pleiades constellation. And that whole revolution takes approximately 26,000 years in total. But what we are now moving through is known as the Great Crossing, which peaks every 13,000 years. Now, I find that fascinating because we have the number 13 again, the number of the sacred divine feminine, which is again being so reactivated at this time, known as the Great Crossing or the Great Purification, due to the surge of brilliant photonic light from the great central sun and our entire galactic system. And somehow I find this deeply moving. Photonic energy is the highest form of light that is known, the light of source, carrying superconscious intelligence emanating at the central core of our galaxy, regarded by ancient Gnostics as a sentient intelligence. Many in quantum science fields and ancient cultural wisdom teachings, including the Mayan calendar, speak that at this time our DNA is being literally upgraded because of our current journey through the photon belt and all that is being emitted from the center of our galaxy, the greater central sun. And then one last note before we move into our inner meditative experience was an article, an excerpt that I came across by a woman called Lisa Renee, titled The Aeonic Pair, which is to do with, at this time, a sacred marriage that is occurring relating to the 7 stars of Ursa Major merging with the 7 sister stars of the Pleiades, whom we know that constellation, I think, is made up of something like 400 or more stars. However, there are key stars that are perhaps like her greater body, almost like our chakras, you might say. So this merging is creating a cosmic blueprint of aeonic pairing, divine feminine and divine masculine uniting through their shared constellation directly into the cosmic spiritual sun, which is heralding the birth of an entirely new creation of suns and sacred planets. So it's that sense of as without, so within, as within, so without. You know, here's this beautiful figure 8, this configuration, this emanation. And the sun at this time, as in all time, is a key aspect of our beingness. So without further ado, I will take us into our meditation reflections first of the oracle of the sun, one within, that came through the painting which was painted, I think, at the beginning of 2015. And then I will move us into our actual inner journey. So the seed essence. She is the light I am. I am the light of being. We are that. The warmth of the sand beneath, the heat of the sun above. I am breathing and one with all. Voice of the Spirit. As the sun, I am the solar feminine. I am the mother light, the sun beyond the sun. I am with you now and always. Turn your face toward me and drink in my light. Let my light shine within your heart so that you may know the radiance of gold that you are. This gold is the source of all, the love of creation. I am ever present, whether day or night, summer or winter. As the star that I am and that you too are, I am the spark of light and heat that is your celestial origin. Rejoice in this and be my love. Counsel. Know that every aspect of your body and being is sacred. Filled with mystery and purpose, you are as sacred as the sun that lives within every cell of your body. This light of the sun lives within the stones, the sand, the trees, and all of nature. Your breath, as the breath of the sun, is their breath. You are a reflection of one another and of one another. Know this. And just like each leaf and flower, like you, imbued with the energy of the sun, you also share the phenomena of being imprinted with unique tapestries of markings, tattooed by spirit and the journey of your soul as it lives and breathes the experience of being spirit embodied in matter. You, like the body of nature from that which you have arisen and with whom you share this experience, are holy. Close your eyes and still yourself in this moment. Imagine breathing in the golden warmth of the sun. Let her light, that is your light, wash through you. And know that through all that shakes the ground of your journey through this life, the light of the sun that is within you is love. This love is the ground of your being, the holiest of the holy. Imbued with divine creative source, the love that births all, just like the all of nature, you are always whole. Allow yourself to drink in the unwavering sovereign presence of your eternal self as you rest in the light of the sun that you are. And in sharing that, it reminded me too of the other aspect that was woven into the imprint of spirit within the painting. And that was a dream that I experienced of finding myself sitting in a natural environment by a river, a place that I know, which I call the River of Sands and the River of Stones. And in the dream, I beheld myself filled with the light of the sun, in absolute union with all of nature, with all of sentience, with the quality that we each are. And my body was actually covered with tattoos, fine, intricate tattoos in white. Absolutely every inch of my body was so beautiful. I was quite disappointed when I woke that the tattoos weren't still there, that I couldn't see them. And I couldn't remember the exact designs, but the essence of that was imprinted into the painting as a fusion of Indigenous Aboriginal women's designs and also some of the designs from Latvia, my maternal lineage. So I really invite you to know, to taste, to sense into the qualities, the aspects, the divinity that the sun and any aspect that you make contact with in your daily life, in your dreaming, in this meditation that we're going to share, allow it to infuse you and for time to even inform you of what this is, what is seeded, what is being transmitted, what you are being open to or being gifted with. Trust and have faith in your own relationship and unfolding of relationship with the sun and the all, the golden lioness of light within you, the radiance of the mother light that is. And now we are being quickened, so most likely it won't take long for things to come to consciousness, because that is the nature of the times that we are living and sharing in now. So I invite you to perhaps close your eyes, lay down, whatever it is, to come into a place of stillness within yourself, perhaps through your breath, the in-breath as it passes in through the body, and the flow, the out-breath, the light that you breathe in, the light that you breathe out, allowing your breath to come into its own rhythm as you make your intent, claim your intention to connect with the presence of the sun within. You may find yourself guided to be sitting in a realm of nature that you know or that arises within you. You may find yourself in some other aspect or form residing within a space or place that holds and is invoking the sun, the golden divine light, the source of all creation, who awakens, breathing life as she journeys across the sky with her constant cycling of presence, and also knows the descent into the underworld, and yet she is forever present in all her vast heat, the light, the radiance of her being, pure light of intelligence, of love. And so, one with your breath, in gentle rhythm, you begin to feel the warmth of the light of the sun permeating every cell of your body, breathing in this celestial golden radiance, the quality of which has absolute purity, absolute clarity, and indeed an aspect of the sun is this purification, the burning away of that which no longer serves or is life affirming, like the bones that are bleached to whiteness on the sands of the beaches or in a desert. And yet she is the birther, the awakener of life, of creation, transmitting pure intelligence through the love wave, a rhythmic pulse that dances through every living thing. So taking in and feeling the aspects of this divine light, this sun, in whichever way arises or is being invoked through you now, through the breath, within your body, all your senses, residing now in the pure light of the sun, allowing that which is for you to be made contact with and to receive at this time, to be fully received. Taking some time now, moving deeply within and yet touching the all. Receiving unto yourself the light that you are. I am a sovereign being. Joy, 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 pure bliss, the ecstasy of oneness. I am that I am. In the silence, in the sweet sound of all becoming, I am an eternal being of light. My galactic self is present, as is my earthly self, spirit embodied in matter. Welcome. The star nations are with us. We are of that, and all of nature dances in rejoicing for our remembering of wholeness, of oneness, of unity. We see her in the radiance of a leaf, of a flower, of the fragrance. We experience her in the sound of the bees and their sacred humming. We receive her light. We drink in the honey that is the sweet union of that which we are. And we remember, and we are comforted, and we are restored. Ho. And so bringing your awareness gently now back into your body, resting upon the earth, the sacred space of your heart, that is the light of the sun that carries this seed, and the light coming back in, this beautiful, exquisite experience of the sun, of the divinity of creation within your heart, perhaps like a little star seed or a sun or a flower, knowing that this is ever present within you, that you carry this through the all. It is undiminishable. No matter what your experiences at any given time, know that this is within you, this is ever present, and you can make contact with this light, with this quality that you are, that we each are, and that is shared by all of nature. So if you seek to find yourself because you feel you have lost yourself, go to nature, turn to the sun, and even in the depths of the night, know that she is present, because we are all made of that which she is, this light that is shared throughout the universe. So with your body now resting upon the earth, in the space that you are in, whether perhaps preparing to move out into the day, or for those of you who will be listening through the evening, preparing to move into sleep and the realm of dreaming, becoming fully present through your breath in gratitude and grace for having given yourself this bit of sacred time and space to connect. A rattle that came and was gifted in Africa, so beautiful. So again, perhaps, just to transition and incorporate a little, giving yourself a bit of space, because sometimes we don't know what is awakened or brought forth. It can feel sometimes a bit tender and vulnerable, and other times we can just feel, oh wow, I feel so clear and clarified and activated. So however it is that the residue of energy that you are imbibing, perhaps taking a flower essence, or just sitting for a few minutes with a cup of tea, or walking outside and placing your feet on the ground just to fully ground and anchor and incorporate, and trusting and knowing that the work does itself. We create the space, we offer ourselves through being fully present, and then the divine intelligence within us and through the whole of universe that we are does its own work. So we don't have to get into our head to figure it out, or to make sense in any way, just letting that go and allowing to be, and knowing that through this being, there is always the sacred divine intelligence enacting itself through and with us in its own time. We are just part of nature, and it's an organic journey. It's an organic journey. So allowing, at this time of acceleration, allowing a slowness, a lack of haste, a lack of straining toward, just. So thank you so much for joining with me, with us, all of our lionesses that we are across the globe, sharing in this journey. And there are so many journeys to be shared. And I imagine each of you, has just a world of gifting to share. So it's so beautiful that we are able to do this dance together, our, you know, beautiful little seeds of light that we each are. So blessings through the week. Take time to feel the sun, to connect with her, and the sacred marriage, the union within, and my gratitude. And I look forward to being with you next week, where we actually ride the sky horse. So another energetic experience that, you know, will offer what it offers. So many blessings. Thank you so much, and in peace and gratitude. Thank you.